Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing a collective reading, and this is one of those readings I'm really going into blind, and that's very synchronistic because many of us feel as though we are being guided very blindly into a new phase of ourselves and of our unfolding life experience, especially in this year of 2023. Although, of course, these readings are technically timeless, so take them as they align with you and connect with you personally. But I am picking up collectively that many of us are feeling as though we are being led in the dark. Certain aspects of our lives, our future, the future of certain connections or relationships might feel really uncertain, and I hear someone's spirit guides coming in to say, trust the uncertainty, which sounds a little bit strange, but essentially the idea is that we collectively are being placed divinely in situations that feel foggy, that feel uncertain, for the purpose of training us spiritually into deeper expansion that can only come through total surrender, through quite literally having no idea exactly how everything is going to play out moving into the future. And particularly, I'm picking up on some of you listening to this reading just as I'm beginning to tap into your energy who are in a love situation specifically that has that particular feeling of not knowing, of uncertainty. I don't know who I'm speaking to here, but I feel I'm connecting with someone who may be in a love situation that feels very spontaneous, feels very sudden, very fun. It brings a lot of joy and play and laughter into your life. I'm definitely picking up on a divine feminine, connecting with the masculine in this way. I'm hearing refreshing. This person may have told you that you were like a breath of fresh air or something along those lines, or you might feel this way about this person. In fact, I'm picking up that refreshing feeling is very mutual. You are refreshing to each other after potentially a long period of time where both of you have been through a lot of pain and heavy circumstances in life. The word gift is coming out here. So this person may have given you or might give you a gift in the future, but this also could mean at a symbolic level that you and this person are a gift to one another. So I know this portion of the reading will not necessarily be for everyone, but for whoever I am speaking to here, I do want to channel a bit more deeply into this. Okay, so we have attachment in the reverse position. So I'm hearing shake loose, like this person came into your life and you came into their life to help each of you shake loose from something really heavy, either energetically within yourself or something manifested in your life that was really weighing you down. This could have been a different relationship connection. I'm hearing baggage. So one or both of you may have felt as though you were carrying around something really heavy that felt like baggage, or you may have even used the expression that you felt like you were someone that had a lot of baggage, or this person may have described themselves in that way. So I want to know what this masculine is helping you to release, divine feminine. And then we will switch over to the masculine's energy and see what you are releasing for him, because this does feel, and I heard soul contract, you have some kind of divine contract being fulfilled through your meeting, through your interactions. And this mutual letting go is very divinely orchestrated by your higher selves. So we have the card worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So divine feminine, when you connected with this masculine, which, by the way, this could be someone that is entering your consciousness and ultimately going to enter your life physically in what we would perceive from this standpoint as the future as well, because time doesn't exist at the level of energy. So everyone we've ever connected with in the past, or that we ever will connect with in the future, we actually are experiencing as though we are connected to them now, because those connections are unbreakable. They're never really formed, never really broken. They can be strengthened, however, throughout a physical incarnation. And I felt the need to say that because I feel for some of you, this could be someone from your past, present, or future, just depending on your circumstances. With the worry card coming out, though, I feel like divine feminine, when you met this masculine, there may have been something or someone, I'm feeling for many of you it was a person, that you were really worried about. And this stemmed from your ability to empathize in the spiritual sense of the word, your gift as an empath. I'm seeing a pearl for some reason. I don't know if that connects with someone in some type of way. This also is the birthstone for the month of June, so that could be significant to someone. This may have been around the time you met or connected with this person, or you might have Gemini or Cancer energy in one of your birth charts here. But I'm picking up that, again, there was something that you, divine feminine, were carrying around that became very heavy. This may have been an unbalanced love connection. This may have been you. For some reason, I keep seeing a feminine really worried about a parent. So you may have been caring for a parent or someone who was sick or growing older. And this may have been weighing really heavily on your heart. It could be that there was generalized anxiety within your life, just about life generally. There's kind of a loneliness in connection with this worry, as though you not only were worried about something, but you felt as though you had to carry those worries alone, like you couldn't really talk to anyone about this. And it feels like this masculine came in to say, I want you to open up with me. I'm hearing Leo, so there could be Leo energy in someone's birth chart. But I'm picking up that they essentially came to you physically, but really this was like a spiritual encounter. Yes, you have or will be physically meeting this person, but it's really as though your spirits, your souls called each other in, and that's what caused your physical meeting. And it feels as though this person's soul is saying to you, you don't have to carry that worry alone, or it is safe to let go of your fears. It is safe to let go of your worry. And I see that this worry blockage hanging really heavily on someone's heart here may have actually been a major inhibitor to you fully embodying your highest version of self. And I'm seeing that whether all of these messages have been connecting with an external person that you're aware of or not, it feels as though this next leg of your spiritual journey is requiring you to release a sense of responsibility for others' growth and healing and what others are manifesting into their life. Because the sense I'm getting is that you are someone who has become highly spiritually powerful, and you have all of these beautiful things in escrow, essentially waiting, knocking at your door to manifest into your life. And you are capable of holding the vibration to manifest these things. But one of the major things that might be holding you back at this point in time, I'm hearing February, so this may be part of what your guides are training you through the rest of January and February. But with this card, conclusions are within reach. I'm seeing that there is so much waiting at your doorstep, Divine Feminine, particularly these powerful manifestations wanting to make their way into your life. But it feels as though you have become overly responsible for the vibration, the energy, and therefore the manifestations that others bring into their life. And this is the dark side, so to speak, of being one who is so highly empathic, because you are so psychic, you are so empathic, you are capable of picking up on intuitively what others are feeling and going through, and you are even capable of mirroring them and actually taking on some of that burden, taking on some of that pain to lessen it for themselves. I'm seeing a scene from a TV show that I was watching recently where one of the actors in the show had the gift of essentially empathy, where he was capable of feeling what everyone around him was feeling, particularly when he touched them. But the dark side to this gift is that he would actually absorb some of that emotion, some of that pain. So he would take some of the weight off of that person, but take like a boulder of emotional weight onto himself. And the reason my guides are giving me that as an example is because I feel that many of you Divine Feminines have found yourself doing this same thing, where you are so profoundly capable of empathizing, but sometimes you sacrifice your own happiness, your own even physical health or well-being to take some of that weight off of others. And for a while, Spirit, your guides may have actually allowed this. You were almost acting like the training wheels for other people. You were leading them into a higher level of consciousness and a deeper level of self-awareness. But ultimately, just as a child will be cared for in youth, but then comes of age and must start caring for themselves, you have been caring for many people around you energetically, emotionally, and in many ways, it is time for these others to take emotional and energetic accountability for themselves. And my guides keep telling me that energetic accountability is a major theme shifting into 2023, because we are learning, after we have learned our interconnectedness, our gifts of empathy, our sensitivities, we are now learning how to become sovereign within ourselves, how to become more powerful and expansive beings by no longer taking accountability for the growth, the healing, the actions of other people around us, being brave enough to stand in our highest expression of self, in our light, in our power, and to set boundaries around that, knowing that from a higher perspective, that highest expression of ourselves is actually the greatest gift we could possibly give to the world, even if it isn't always what certain specific others around us want from us, because others, especially those who become used to us adjusting to their vibration or empathizing with them in the sense that we are lowering our own vibration to connect with them, those types of dynamics are being weeded out, and those tendencies are being weeded out. We are being called to no longer dilute our light or adjust our vibration in order to physically connect with others who might not be willing to rise with us. And with the Magician in the mirror reversed and community in the reversed position, and also 𝘋𝘪𝘁𝑎 reversed, I'm seeing that first of all, the Magician and the Mirror is one of my top 2 twin flame cards in the deck. So you might be someone who is on a twin flame path, but I'm strongly seeing a separation between you and your twin flame in the physical. Now, this may not connect with everyone necessarily, but I see that for many of you Divine Feminines listening, there may be some disconnect in the physical world from your Divine Masculine counterpart. Now, that disconnect could be as simple as, at times, the communication feeling off. This could be feeling as though you just aren't fully connecting, even if you're around each other. But this could also go all the way to something like living in entirely different places and not communicating physically whatsoever. So the degree of this physical separation will depend uniquely on your circumstances, your specific twin flame wave, because there are different waves collectively of twin flame timelines, so to speak. So you will know how or if this connects for you. But I see that if you are someone who is in some type of physical separation with your twin flame, then the indecision card is coming out here. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. And we also have the change card. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So what I'm seeing here very strongly is that for whoever I'm speaking to here, in the physical world with your twin flame, it feels like things aren't moving or things feel stagnant. It might feel as though one or the other of you is indecisive in some way. So this could be you feeling indecisive about whether to fully let go and move on, or whether to remain fully 3D connected in with this person. This could be the other person here feeling indecisive, but there's just this kind of static energy, this energy of what the ego would label stuckness. But what your soul wants you to know is that although things might appear stagnant, there is immense change happening beneath the surface. And my guides are saying necessary change. Most strongly, there is an ego death happening within the masculine in this situation. And this card says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. We also have the denial card. So for some reason, I'm picking up that there may be a divine masculine here connected in with you or with some of you listening who was or is strongly in denial about something. There is something he is refusing to see because he is afraid. And the ego death he's going through at the time is actually spiritually pushing him through and out of these feelings of denial. It's pushing the denial into introspection, acceptance, and radical internal change that only he can make within himself. So I'm going to be channeling some messages about this. So what was this divine masculine in denial about? With Goddess of the Moon in the reverse position, for some reason I heard for someone that he caused the disconnect. I know I'm probably just speaking to a few people here, but for someone listening, there was a situation where you chose to walk away, or you chose to create distance in the physical 3D world from this person. And for a while, the masculine here was in denial because he believed that you created that distance because of your fear or your trauma, he was afraid to fully introspect and accept his role in creating the separation and contributing to the distance. And I'm hearing this may have been because you, Divine Feminine, may have very either publicly or visibly or verbally with your words set boundaries, or perhaps this was a breakup, a leaving, a walking away. You took the visible action to ultimately create the separation, but the Divine Masculine here was actually the one who lived in very wounded patterns and dynamics so long that it felt as though, from your perspective, that he was leaving you with no choice but to create that space because you needed to get away, in a sense, or get back into your own energy so that you could fully heal yourself. And I see this being potentially one of the hardest and most painful things that you ever did, but it feels like in you leaving, the Divine Masculine felt a triggering of his abandonment wound. And instead of taking that trigger to fully introspect and to look at the ways that he contributed to the separation, he may have for a while been in very strong denial about whatever sequence of events happened between the two of you. But again, circling back to what I said before, the purpose of the ego death happening within this masculine coming through here is to push him into this denial through it and actually into profound realization of his actions and what he may have done that caused you, Divine Feminine, to feel as though you had no choice but to walk away. Again, I feel like I might just be speaking to a few people here, but do let me know if anything I'm sharing resonates with anyone listening. I do want to channel a bit more into your energy, Divine Feminine. So what are the Divine Feminines thinking or feeling? I have to tell you, earlier today, I had some very strange throat chakra experiences, specifically some tension or tightness in my throat chakra that is very unusual for me. So let me know if any of you Divine Feminines have felt this today or within the last 24 hours of seeing this reading. But we are going to channel into what's happening in the throat chakra. So we have the Broken Heart card upright. So I feel as though many Divine Feminines listening have been through something that was quite heartbreaking in a traditional sense, but at a spiritual level, it actually broke your heart open. It was like a heart chakra opening, a powerful, I'm hearing a secondary heart chakra activation because wow, I got this major download that for someone listening, your first heart chakra activation was when you met and connected with your Divine Masculine in this life. And your second heart chakra activation was when you learned to love yourself. Your first activation taught you how to love and feel so much connection to another person, how to be so immensely vulnerable, even in the face of being ignored or being denied or being abandoned. Not being able to escape that love that you had for another actually broke you open to profound amounts of unconditional love that you could then exude to the collective consciousness and to everyone around you. But the second heart chakra activation happened when you finally started choosing to love yourself. The first was to teach you how to love others, but the second was to teach you how to fully love and embrace yourself. And they are equally important because they are two sides of the same coin, because love, energy expressed inward in the form of self-love, is an equivalent vibration and in fact is necessary in order to complete the equation of unconditional love exuded outward, expressed towards others. But ultimately, this has been a path of a lot of heartbreak for you, because it's almost as though your heart had to break twice or break open twice, depending on how you look at it. The first time was loving someone so intensely who in 3D may have been incapable of reciprocating that love. The second was realizing the ways in which you'd been denying yourself, your own self-love, and finally returning that love back to yourself again. And both practices, both moments in your life timeline broke you and broke you open in different ways. I see someone crying. So really this past several years or this whole lifetime has probably been highly emotionally charged for you, and your guides are saying you've experienced more emotions than most souls experience in 10 incarnations already in this one life. And that's actually fast-tracked your unraveling of collective programming, your healing, your soul's expansion. But it's also been extremely intense for you as a soul and as a physically incarnated human being that is the vessel for that soul as well. I do see with throat chakra in the reverse position, this feels directly related to that throat chakra tension sensation I was feeling coming through. And with magician and the mirror, again in the reverse position, I feel for anyone who did have this throat chakra tension, this does feel connected to your divine counterpart, to your twin flame path, and some kind of imbalance. And of course, we get the yin yang card in the reverse position. My two twin flame cards coming out side by side, which is a synchronicity we really can't ignore here. I'm getting a lot of confirmation. This really could be a twin flame. I'm getting for some of you, this wasn't just a twin flame, but a very strong catalyst in your life as well. And we have two really powerful cards. The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So someone could have Earth energy or Capricorn energy specifically in their birth chart, but I also see this end of a tough cycle representing that masculine presence coming through at the beginning of the reading, someone who is sent to you to ground you, to stabilize you. Now, we talk in terms of energy here, so this could actually be the same physical person as your divine counterpart, but them in a different energetic state. This could also be an entirely different person as well. With the card surrendered to the divine full moon, I see something coming to full fruition, into full manifestation. Potentially that thing you've been feeling indecisive about or stuck about, but I feel the message from your guide saying this is coming into manifestation through surrender, through a profound and deep surrender. So in the extended version of the reading, for those of you connecting with these messages today, we will be channeling deeper into what exactly you are surrendering, how this surrendering is leading to the end of a tough cycle, and any other messages that want to come through that reading from either of the masculine energies involved here or from your higher self or your spirit guides, divine feminine. So for those of you feeling guided to it, the link to the extended reading is in the pinned comment and description box under this video. Otherwise, I am sending you so much love, wishing you a beautiful day, and I will talk to you again in Friday's reading.